Welcome everybody in Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Josh Hall. This is the Shoney's Tuesday Night Truck Series Doghouse Racing League. And we're here in the Windy City in Chicago. Chicagoland Speedway. Really fun track, really tricky track, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys do battle here for 56 laps or 86 miles. Let's take a look at our points coming into tonight. These guys have about 3 minutes left in practice. We see Teddy WISNIEWSKI still up at the top of the board. Justin McMahon in second. Third, you'll find Kevin Thompson, Jeff T. Martin, and Christopher Leftwich back in fifth. Sixth, you'll find Dustin Lee, Eric Peck, EJ Luna, Adam Gardner, and Leftwich there in the 10th position as well. So it's really anybody's battle here tonight as we're coming down to the end of the season. Just a couple races left here. Next week, these guys will be taking on Talladega Super Speedway, followed by Las Vegas, Phoenix, and a finale at Homestead. So only 4 more races after tonight. As we see at the top of the board right now, Christopher Leftwich, your fastest driver on track. Nick Reynolds, not too far back in second, though. The really unique thing about Chicago, we'll take a look at the track map here, and you'll notice the back straight isn't straight. It actually got a little bit of a curve to it, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for some of these drivers here tonight as they navigate down the backstretch. And it's what makes Chicago a little bit more unique than your typical cookie cutter track, if you will. Right on board here. Take a look at the track itself. We're right along with Nick Reynolds here. And you can see that the draft actually does play a little bit of an impact here at Chicago, as these two trucks are going to work right on by. It's the 54. I'm sorry, the 41. Got Doug Turner back there, so we'll see that all night long. That little bit of draft, that little bit of slingshot, that side draft from these trucks. So there's a big update on iRacing tonight, which changed these trucks a little bit. Mostly just externally, the visuals are up to date with the newest body styles. In fact, you can see that more on the Toyotas than you can any other of the trucks out there. So, but here we go. We're getting ready for qualifying. Let's see who the first truck is to jump out here on qualifying. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting tonight. This is the Shoney's Tuesday Night Truck Series, brought to you by the Doghouse Racing League. And as always, Doghouse Racing League's Tuesday Night Truck Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar. Take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Trucks are updated to the new bodies. I haven't seen any paint scheme issues so far. I don't think anybody's really updated the trucks too much. So we see Michael Sema coming out on track. Let me see if I can find a Toyota out on track, and we can take a look at the new Toyota body on these trucks here tonight. And I'm a big Chevy guy myself, but I gotta say, these new Toyota trucks definitely look beefy. And see, Teddy Wisniewski always running that iRacing paint scheme, and it's a great looking truck right there. The lines on that truck are fantastic. I know I just got done painting up a truck for one of our Intensity broadcaster racers for the race after this, so don't forget to stick around as always, as we do have our Tuesday night truck doubleheader tonight with the Shoney's Doghouse Racing League first, followed by the SCSRA Truck Series. It is their finale tonight, so stick around for that as well. Teddy currently in the 5th position. Jonathan Jennings up to the top of the board so far in that 95 machine. So it doesn't look like paint schemes are that much of an issue here tonight, unless these guys had some time today to get those trucks repainted, as we see Jonathan Jennings coming across the line here. And Christopher Leftwich jumps up to the top of the speed charts. And now Jennings jumps up there with a 31.03. Now Mike Leftwich up to the top of the board with a 31.02. A couple of these drivers getting it done here tonight. Jeff T. Martin just jumped up to the top to the 2nd spot with a 31.03. Jeffery WIMER just coming out on track. Love that Mission 22 scheme that he always has out on his truck. We see WIMER come across the line for his 2nd lap, and he's going to move up. Actually, he's going to stay right where he is in that 21st position. Adam Gardner out on track. Another one of the Toyota trucks, not running his normal Scooby-Doo paint job. So with the Toyotas, it was a completely new rebuild of the truck. So the Fords and the Chevys are going to populate over due to them being the same truck. But this is a brand new truck built from the ground up. Unless these guys had an opportunity to make a paint job, looks like they're just going to be running their normal iRacing schemes. As you see Adam Gardner make his way across the line. And he's going to be in the 11th position currently. And that is going to do it for qualifying here. So let's take a look at our starting grid. And on pole tonight, the 60 of Mike Leftwich, with Jeff T. Martin rolling off in the 2nd spot. 3rd, we'll find Jonathan Jennings with Christopher Leftwich and Justin McMahon rounding out your top 5. Starting 6th will be Wesley Whitfield with Nick Reynolds rolling off 7th. Kevin Thompson at 21, he'll be rolling off 8th, with Randall Barnett in the 63 rolling off in the 9th position. Then Andrew St. Cor in the 16 rounding out your top 10. 11th will be Adam Gardner with Michael Sema in the 1 rolling off in 12th. 13th will be Daniel Wilkerson and Kevin Powell, with Christopher Simons and Dustin Lee in row number 8. Row 9, way back in 17th, you'll find the 26 of Teddy Wisniewski and Doug Turner in the 41, starting 18th. 19, Ricky Hudges II and Eric Peck round out the 10th row. 11th row, we'll find the 5 of Kenny Heath and Bill Gentry back there in 22nd. Jeffery WIMER rolling off from the 23rd position, and Joshua Slade in the 24th starting spot. 25th will be Kirk Schwitzer, and Leander Johnson in 32. Rolling off 26th, then Michael Bowen and Eddie Rivers round out the rest of the field here tonight at Chicagoland. As we get ready to do battle here in the Windy City, again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitch, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. Don't forget to drop a like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to stay tuned afterwards. We will have our second race of our Tuesday night doubleheader. Of course, as always, you can find the points for the Doghouse Racing League on simracerhub.com, your one-stop shop for all iRacing stats, scores, schedules. Most of the leagues, all the leagues here on Intensity Broadcasting do upload to SimRacer Hub, as well as most leagues on iRacing as well. So always check that out at simracerhub.com. So here we go. Pace cars entering turn 3. We're getting ready to drop the green flag. Mike Leftwich will lead him down to the restart zone with Jeff Martin up on the high side. Here we go. Pace cars getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. And green flag is in the air. We are racing here in Chicago, and Kevin Thompson with a great jump, already making it 3 wide up on that high side. And oh, some contact. We have 4 wide into turn number 1 as McMahon got loose, got up into, and Kevin Thompson gets stuck on the wall. He's going backwards. And up front, Mike Leftwich continues to do battle up here. Jonathan Jennings right there on the back bumper. You see Martin giving a big push to the 60 of Leftwich. Oh, Leftwich gets turned. He's up in the air, comes back across the track. Hard contact. That's going to bring up our first wreckage rewind of the night. As we take a look and see what happened here. Saw Jeff Martin giving a bit of a push, almost a bump draft here through the tri-oval, and just looks like where he bumped that truck, he just not a good place for it. Oh, you see him get a little loose, then catches him in the right rear. That's going to send him across the track into the wall. It's just one of those things where the wall reaches out and bites him here. He comes fly across the track. You see Teddy Wisniewski go underneath. I believe he might have bounced off another truck there and into the grass. I think Christopher Simon may have had a little piece of this as well. Take a look here at Simon. Well, it looks like Leftwich just bounced between a couple trucks, and Simon had to catch the grass to keep from to avoid contact. And man, tough break for both Mike Leftwich and Jeff Martin. So Leftwich will definitely be out of this race. I saw Martin as well. Looked like he was smoking pretty heavily. Yeah, he is. So both those trucks will be done for the night, as here in the Doghouse Racing League they do not have resets, so tough break for both those drivers here tonight. So while all that was going on, it allowed Jonathan Jennings to sneak around and take the lead. Christopher Leftwich sitting back in second. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll see if Jennings takes the low side or the high side here on this restart. I believe we might have a single file restart here. Since that opening restart was kind of wild, we saw some 4 wide racing there on the start. That put Kevin Thompson back in a tough spot as well. Looks like Kevin might have responded a little bit. He's up in the 21st position, so we'll watch him tonight. Adam Gardner falling back 9 spots as well, back into the 20th position. Our biggest mover so far is the 25 of Michael Bowen, up 16 positions. Pace car takes a hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Jonathan Jennings, takes off and gets out to a big lead over Christopher Leftwich. As Leftwich looks like he was caught sleeping there on that start. So far the field pretty much strung out until about the 9th position. We see Dustin Lee taking a look down to the inside of Joshua Slade, tucks back in line. And up here we also see Andrew St. Cyr trying to make his way up towards the front. And no surprise here, Teddy Wisniewski starting to march his way through the field. So we ride along here with Teddy. Holding a pretty wheel, trying to get himself back up towards the front. Right now we got a battle though for the lead as Christopher Leftwich just took the lead away from Jonathan Jennings. So move that 13 up into the lead as we'll take a look and see how that happened as Leftwich makes the big move down to the inside into turn number 3. He's going to take that position away easily. And Kevin Thompson working his way back through the field after early contact with the wall, now up into the 18th position. So doesn't look like too much damage to the right side of that truck. Looks like he might have just brushed the wall, grazed it, and looks like he'll be okay. So he's moving himself up through the field right now. Joshua Slade under attack now from Dustin Lee. Lee looking down to the inside. He's going to take that position over. So move Dustin Lee up another notch here as Nick Reynolds has Justin McMahon all over the back bumper right now as they make their way off of turn number 2 and down the curved backstretch. Right now, things starting to settle out a little bit. We saw the excitement early with some 4 wide racing, got some drivers in trouble. Now, as I say that, Justin McMahon is all over the back bumper of Nick Reynolds trying to get around that truck. not quite able to do it, and Wesley Whitfield making his way right up into the picture as well. Sean Thompson says good luck to 21 Kevin Thompson, as Kevin Thompson slowly making his way back through the field. Speaking of making their way through the field, here comes Teddy Wisniewski looking to get around Joshua Slade. But not quite able to get the run there off of turn number 2. You see just how much that draft comes into play here at Chicago, as Teddy's going to get right up on the back bumper, dives down to the apron. He's trying to take that 10th position away. Oh, Teddy's starting way back in the pack. That's going to put that perfect podium streak at jeopardy here, as we got Jonathan Jennings now all over the back bumper of Christopher Leftwich, and just behind him we see this battle shaping up between Nick Reynolds and Justin McMahon. They're still going at it back here. Take a look from the back bumper of Reynolds. See McMahon get right to that back bumper, but not in a position where he can try to make that move to the inside just yet. Well, further back we see the 93 of Kevin Powell looking to get around the 35. That is a lap truck of Christopher Simon. Trying to battle with Dustin Lee as well, but the lap truck separating those two. And Teddy Wisniewski still trying to get around Joshua Slade, looking up to the high side this time. Looks like Teddy's going to have the run up on that higher side. Able to keep the momentum up off the corner. And move Teddy up into the top 10. Wesley Whitfield, ooh, got up into the wall. See the right side of that truck all scraped up. That's going to allow Andrew St. Cyr to get right around. And yeah, you can see just how much trouble that 07's have. He's going to drop right down to the apron and let these drivers by. So I think he might be coming to pit road this time by with a lot of damage to the right side of that 07 machine. And Jonathan Jennings has gotten back around Christopher Leftwich. Let's see how the pass was made. Looks like down the inside, down the backstretch, using that side draft to pull alongside and take over the lead. Now that 95 is starting to pull away from Christopher Leftwich. Little battle back here, these three drivers. See the 78 of Daniel Wilkerson. Down on the low side, he's got the 25. In the 55, it's Michael Bowen and Ricky Hudges. These three drivers all battling for position. Looks like McMahon has fallen off of Reynolds a little bit, so now we're starting to see trucks starting to spread out just a little bit here throughout the field. Except for back here where Teddy Wisniewski is trying to take away the 8th position from Powell, and it looks like Ooh, Andrew St. Clair having some connection issues. Looks like they may have cleaned themselves up now. I thought he was jumping the pit road for just a moment, but he is not. So Teddy has Kevin Powell in front of him, and Dustin Lee is also working on Randall Barnett. At the same time, Lee down to the inside, trying to take away that 6th position. Dustin Lee, another one of our big movers so far, up 10 positions from where he started. While they run side by side, that's going to allow the 93 to join the party as well. Thought about making it 3 wide. Now he's going to tuck down to the inside. And Dustin Lee running that middle lane. Able to get a good run off the corner. And Teddy looking to the outside of Kevin Powell. We saw Teddy make some big moves on the high side earlier, and it looks like he's trying to do that again, as though he's check up. Keep from running into the back of the 63. Now Teddy's going to push that 63 along, trying to get him by the 93 of Powell, and Powell's going to have to fall back in line back in the 9th position. Now Christopher Leftwich falling back into the clutches of Justin McMahon and Nick Reynolds. We see just how much higher that 13 truck is starting to run right now. Trying to find any grip he can, as these tires are really starting to show their age. Only 25 laps in, or 24 laps in, and the tire wear is already showing that it's about a 1.5 seconds a lap from where they started off here tonight. As we see Reynolds trying to get around that 13 of Leftwich, but just not able to make the move. Now Leftwich going to move to the bottom of the track. And now McMahon looking up to the high side, but the block is thrown by Reynolds. While this is going on, Jonathan Jennings has pulled out to almost a 2-second lead over 2nd place. You can see the gap back as McMahon makes his way around Reynolds down the backstretch. So a good hard move, moving all the way down to the bottom of the track to get away from get away from Reynolds, and now we can move Justin McMahon up into the podium position, up in 3rd. And we are about 2 laps away from halfway. I imagine some of these drivers are starting to think about pit strategy right now when they're going to make their way onto pit road. We see Joshua Slade in some trouble, getting passed by Randall Barnett. He's also got the 93 of Kevin Powell looking to slide on through as well. Trying to move Slade back into the 10th position. Now McMahon and Leftwich leaving Nick Reynolds in the dust, as those two are pulling away from the 4th place driver, but not gaining any ground on Jonathan Jennings up front. Still a hard battle back here for the 9th and 10th, as Joshua Slade does not want to give up that 9th position. He's running hard up on that high side. Right now he's staying out in front of Randall Barnett. Here comes the 93 of Kevin Powell, also looking down to the inside, but he's going to get passed by the 55 of Ricky Hudges. So move Hudges up into the second position. Now we got drivers on pit road. Jonathan Jennings, Christopher Leftwich, Justin McMahon, Andrew St. Cyr, Kevin Powell, Michael Bowen, all on pit road right now. So it's going to give the lead to Nick Reynolds at the bottom of the screen. You can see when the pit is solid, that means that they're currently in their pit stall. When that changes to a time, as the time they spent stationary on pit road, as Nick Reynolds comes down pit road. Nick Reynolds looks like he was up in the wall. Oh, we got one around. Josh Slade, looks like he had some trouble getting on the pit road. See if we can see what happened to the 79. Yeah, these two drivers just trying to get down on the pit road and make the commitment cone, and able to do it. So that's going to give the lead to the 26 of WISNIEWSKI. So now your points leader up at the front of the field right now has not pit yet. Actually, he did pit on lap number 2 during that first caution. So he's got a little extra fuel in the tank as he's going to come down on the pit road this time. See Adam Gardner making his way on the pit road as well. So that's going to give the lead to the 1 of Michael Sema. Brittany Rice wishing luck to Chris and Mike Leftwich out there. Fortunately, Mike had a hard incident on lap number 1, ended his day, but Chris has been running up front most of the race and just making his way off pit road, and when things cycle around, he will be shown into the second position. He's got Justin McMahon trying to run him down now. And now the 1, Michael Sema, down on the pit road. So that will give the lead to Jonathan Jennings. And pit stops have cycled around. So we have just 24 laps to go here at Chicago. McMahon now looking down to the inside of Christopher Leftwich, and Leftwich has nothing he can do but just pull to the side and let the 20 by. And he's saying, you know what, you can go burn off your tires, I'll catch you back in a little bit. See McMahon starting to pull away from Leftwich, trying to run down the 95 of Jonathan Jennings, who Jennings currently has some lap traffic that he's dealing with right now. Just got around the 35 of Christopher Simon. He's got the 21 of Kevin Thompson in front of him. Thompson having a tough night tonight, was up in the wall on lap 1. Had some damage to the right side of that truck, and looks like he's still continuing that backward slide. Currently in the 21st position on the tail end of the lead lap. See Chris Leftwich trying to run back down Justin McMahon here, as they also work around the 35 of Simon. Don't look now, but one driver who's got some pretty fast laps under his belt is the 16 of Andrew St. Cyr. Currently in the 4th position, trying to run down both Leftwich and McMahon. As they cross the line, when they cross the line this time, we'll have just 20 laps to go. Teddy WISNIEWSKI trying to get around Nick Reynolds and Dustin Lee to move himself up into the 5th position. Reynolds, though, fighting back up on that high side. Teddy's going to dive down to the apron, try to take the shortest way around the track. He's going to slide up in front of Reynolds, moving Teddy up into the 6th position. He's going to try to run down Dustin Lee. He's got quite a ways up to the 16 of St. Croix. As St. Croix has now caught the 13 of Leftwich in that Shoney's machine. Andrew trying to move himself onto the podium for back-to-back podiums. As we see, Teddy Wisniewski has caught Dustin Lee, and he's trying to get around that 18 machine to move him up into the top 5. That's what we've seen out of Teddy all season long, that podium streak that he's had. He's been on the podium every race this season. Has a handful of wins and trying to get himself up into the top 5 here to have another good finish, which would be the worst finish of the season for him. Can't imagine that, your worst finish of the season being a top 5. Leftwich still has St. Croix all over him. St. Croix now falling back just a little bit. Looks like Leftwich may have found something running that higher line. And Dustin Lee has a connection issue, and he's up there. He's back out in front of Teddy. I thought he was falling off there for a minute, but he is back, still holding on to that 5th position. A little further back, we've got a little battle back here. Daniel Wilkerson, Michael Bowen, and Jeffery WIMER all back here. It's a battle for 11th, 12th, and 13th. As we got battles all over the track, and one battle that's starting to shape up is Justin McMahon is starting to run down the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. Last time by, he was about a 10th faster than Jennings was, so. See, that gap right now is slowly starting to shrink. Now down to 0.6 of a second. We're watching that battle live unfold in front of us as we have just 14 laps to go. When we cross the line this time, we'll have just 13 laps to go. What I do see up in front of the leaders, though, is a couple trucks running side by side. Trying to figure out who that was side by side. Oh, we got a battle here. Teddy Wisniewski. It's finally caught right onto the back bumper of Dustin Lee, and he's trying to take that 5th position away. Running right there in the draft, trying to get a little slipstream here. Down the backstretch towards turn number 3, but not able to get underneath that 18 machine. We see just how much stronger he's able to get down into the corner as he uses that draft to try to stay right there with that 18. Can he move himself up into the 5th position? As our point leader is trying to crack that top 5. Also catching the 16 of St. Croix, so Andrew St. Croix falling off a little bit in this run. One driver who's not falling off right now is Justin McMahon, who is pretty much caught the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. And when we cross the line this time, we'll have just 10 laps to go. And now the track's got a little dark here, cloud cover. That's going to speed these trucks up, give them a little bit more grip. See if that cloud is able to help either one of these drivers. So we got a 3-truck battle going on back here now, as Dustin Lee has caught St. Cyr. And they're catching Christopher Leftwich at the same time, so Teddy's podium streak could be intact here, as they are really close to the 3rd place truck right now as well. Now Dustin Lee looking down underneath St. Cyr. Teddy's going to try to follow him right along. Or is Teddy going to try to make it 3 wide? Almost some contact between the 18 and the 16. Teddy right there to pounce if there's a mistake made by either driver. Again, Teddy looks down to the bottom, trying to make it 3 wide, trying to get the run, trying to get underneath that 18 of Dustin Lee, trying to take those 2 positions away. And Lee's going to tuck back in behind St. Cyr. The laps are starting to wind down. Teddy giving a little push here with the air to the 18 of Dustin Lee, trying to move them both around St. Cyr. And looks like Dustin Lee is going to have the position here off of turn number 2. Teddy just stalled out behind, really can't do anything, has no place to go. And while they're running side by side, they're catching Christopher Leftwich right in front. So now Dustin Lee has cleared St. Cyr. Can Teddy get around the 16 machine? While this is going on, we've seen Jonathan Jennings is starting to put a little bit of a gap again on Justin McMahon, as these 4 trucks right now under a blanket battling for our final podium spot. St. Cyr now looking back down underneath Teddy, but Teddy too strong off the corner, able to pull right back to the back bumper of Dustin Lee as they're approaching Christopher Leftwich here. Now can Leftwich throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into this right here as well? Oh, Teddy catches the wall. That's going to kill his momentum as Andrew St. Cyr goes back around Teddy. So Teddy back into the 6th position, see if he's able to regain momentum and get back up towards the front. We have just 4 laps to go, as Justin McMahon starting to lose time to Jonathan Jennings, who's all by himself up front in clean air. No lap traffic really to worry about right now, as we got 3 laps to go. And we look at this battle heating back up, as I think too much damage to that 26 machine. And Christopher Leftwich trying to hold on to that final podium position. Jonathan Jennings off of turn number 4, coming across the stripe. We'll have just 2 laps to go here at Chicago. And barring a caution, this is Jennings' race to lose. All he's got to do is put together 8 good corners. Coming up on the lap truck of Kevin Thompson. Thompson, though, looks like he's keeping good pace, and he's going to stay out in front of our leaders as they come across the line this time. White flag is in the air. Just one more lap to go for Jonathan Jennings. It looks like Christopher Leftwich may have had some issues. He's dropping back. That's going to move Dustin Lee up into the third position. I think Leftwich may have had a connection issue. So he's slowly falling through the field. As they come across the stripe, Jonathan Jennings will be your winner. McMahon is going to come home in second, and Christopher Leftwich does indeed come home in third. Dustin Lee and Andrew St. Cyr will round out your top 5. It's all about your winner tonight, the 95 of Jonathan Jennings. Able to make his tires work better than anybody else out there. I thought McMahon was going to be able to catch him and pass him. But Jennings able to turn on the afterburners in that Toyota and get himself back up to the front and pull away. But Jonathan Jennings is going to burn it down here on the front stretch and celebrate. Let's take a look at our results. Jonathan Jennings is your winner. Justin McMahon comes home in second. Christopher Leftwich, Dustin Lee, and Andrew St. Cyr round out your top 5. Teddy WISNIEWSKI has his worst finish of the season, falling back in 6th. Then Ricky Hudges the second. Adam Gardner, Nick Reynolds, and Jeffery WIMER round out your top 10. Daniel Workleson comes home in 11th with Eric Peck back in 12th. Bill Gentry in 13th. Michael Sema comes home 14th. And Michael Bowen round out your top 15. 16th will be Kevin Powell with Kenny Heath back in 17th. Kurt Schwitzer back in 18th. Kevin Thompson and Leander Johnson round out your top 20. 21st will be Randall Barnett. 22nd, Doug Turner. Christopher Simon comes home 23rd. Joshua Slade comes home 24th. 25th, Wesley Whitfield. 26th, Jeff T. Martin. Mike Leftwich, 27th, and Eddie Rivers round out the field here at Chicago. As we get ready to talk to our top 3 finishers here tonight. Though I don't see Christopher Leftwich joining the waiting room. Let's pull in Justin McMahon, our second place finisher. Justin, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Loud and clear.
Man, great run here tonight, coming home in second. I thought you might have had something for Jonathan there. You were able to run him down on that last run, and then he just turned on the turbo boosters and pulled away there. Did you just run your tires off there at the end, and he was able to save his, or what was the difference between you two right there?
Yeah, he got a pretty good jump coming out of the pits there during those green flag pit stops, and I had to pretty much run as hard as I could if I wanted to run him down. So I pretty much burned up my tires trying to catch up to him. Had a pretty good run, got pretty close to him. Lap truck kind of slowed me down a little bit. I kind of messed my angle up. I had to back out of it because I was tight, and that just allowed him to walk away, and I wasn't able to reel him back in.
It seemed like tires were really important here tonight. The fall off on these tires was about 1.5 seconds a lap towards the end of the run there. Were you trying to conserve there, or were you just trying to run them down throughout the race?
No, I knew I needed to conserve tires. When I started running them down, I kind of thought to myself that I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to save his tires for the end there, but I knew I needed to. If I was going to have a chance, I was going to have to run as hard as I could. I really wasn't thinking about saving tires. I should have been thinking about saving gas, because I just about ran out of gas on the last lap there.
Yeah, I saw a couple drivers come down and top off on that early caution. So, but a great run tonight, coming home in second. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank? Anyone you got a shout out here tonight?
Yeah, you guys in the booth for doing this. Southern Motorsports and BMF Detailing.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the second place finish, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was your second place finisher tonight, Justin McMahon. Christopher Leftwich did not join us here in the booth, so let's bring in your winner tonight, Jonathan Jennings. And Jonathan, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great job here coming home with the win tonight. Seemed like you were fast all night long. Kind of fell back a little bit on that first run and ended up getting back the lead when you came down pit road there. Looked like you might have been challenged a bit too by Justin McMahon, and you were able to pull away from him there at the end. What was the secret there, saving tires and being able to pull away from him on that last run?
Well, I was actually trying to save fuel, and it was about to run me out. So I was glad to see the white flag when I did, because I couldn't last much longer.
Yeah, we saw the burnout was a little less than spectacular, but it's hard to do a burnout when you got no fuel in the tank. So looked like lap traffic was pretty cordial for you as well. You were catching the lap traffic at the right time. Justin may have had a little bit more issues with the lap traffic. Were you did you find the lap traffic being easy to navigate? Were you talking to them on the way, or was it just this league being as cordial as they are?
No, normally in this league they're very friendly and move out of the way, but I just caught them at the right time. I think Justin may have caught them in a bad spot, and it cost him a little bit of time.
Well, you're able to get the win here. The first win in the new Toyota truck, so it looked good getting that thing up front. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank? Any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, my teammates Kevin Powell and Adam Gardner, Daniel for putting this on, and you guys up in the booth for the broadcast.
Well, I do appreciate it. And again, congratulations on the win. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
So that was your winner tonight, Jonathan Jennings, here in the Doghouse Racing League, brought to you by Shoney's. Of course, you can always check out Shoney's at any of their West Virginia locations. Of course, the Tuesday night Doghouse Truck League is proud to be sponsored by Shoney. Shoney's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stop by one of their West Virginia locations, try their freshly prepared legendary breakfast bar, and take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Of course, Shoney's whole pies are great for family or office gatherings, holidays, picnics, and any celebration you'd like to make just a little bit sweeter. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter at IntensityBroad1. Check out our web store at intensitybroadcasting.com. And follow us for live racing 7 nights a week. Coming up in about a half hour's time, we'll have the SCSRA Truck Series with their season finale. You're not going to want to miss that, so tune in about a half hour time. And as always, as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over and out.